Well, Madrid started with chaos, seeds falling, teenagers rising, lucky losers making history, and breakout names taking some big scalps. But after all the curves, shocks, and surprises, the men's final lands exactly where the seedings said it should. 1v2, Sinner versus Alexander Zverev in the seedings, world number 1 ranking versus world number 3. Top seed, second seed, and a chance for Sinner to do something that no man has ever done. Win 5 straight Masters 1000 titles. And on the women's side, we preview a final between the 19-year-old phenom Mira Andreeva, back to one of her peaks, and the hottest player on clay right now, Marta Kostyuk, who's riding a perfect 10-0 clay swing in 2026. As always, if you love your tennis, make sure to hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and stay locked in because Madrid has delivered, and now we're at trophy time before we turn the corner to Rome and on to Roland Garros. Well, the men's semi-final recap, Jannik Sinner first. He got past Arda Feast 6-2, 6-4. Sinner booking his berth in the Madrid final, his 5th straight Masters 1000 final. And it also marked 350 ATP Tour wins for the young Italian. He's now completed the set, reaching the final at all 9 Masters 1000 events, joining the kind of company normally reserved just for the big 3. Well, the match story, Feast came in red hot on a 9-match winning streak. He was the Barcelona champion and had not yet lost on clay all season. But Sinner did what Sinner does and ended the run for the young Frenchman. In the first set, Feast opened with a tough hold. Sinner hit another gear, 7 straight points, a break of serve, and then another break. 5 games in a row, and blink and you might have missed it. First set gone 6-2. Second set, Feast looked settled more. He brought the physicality. He fought off chances, but Sinner waited. Nabbed the late break, and that was more than enough. He served it out like the world number 1 and superstar that he is, and Sinner just proves that it's not just winning. He is managing pressure like it barely exists. He's on that run. He's won Paris, Indian Wells, Miami, and Monte Carlo in this run, and now Madrid is looking to be added to the collection. But to do so, he will have to get past the man who is the number 2 seed, Alexander Zverev, who defeated the Belgian rising star Alexander Blockx 6-2, 7-5 to book his ticket into his 13th Masters 1000 final. He's won 7 of his 12 finals previously. He's into a 4th Madrid final after having won in 2018 and 2021. He lost in 2022 to Carlos Alcaraz, but he's back again in 2026. The storyline, Blockx had been on a giant killing run, knocking out Felix Auger-Aliassime, Francisco Cerundolo, and the defending champion Casper Ruud, surging his way from 70-odd in the world into the top 50, his first Masters semi-final run, showing that he's got some real clay court chops. A massive run, but Zverev was a different category in a different class. Zverev broke early in the first set, controlled behind his serve, kept Blockx from building any sort of rhythm or chance to strike back, and took it 6-2. In the second set, Blockx dug in. He did save some break points. He stayed close, but at 5-all, the pressure finally gave. And similar to the other semi-final, the late break was enough. Zverev taking it and then serving it out. This was professional, clinical, and composed from Alexander Zverev. No panic, no overplaying his hand, just experience, depth, and scoreboard pressure. And the stat that matters, Zverev had lost at the semi-final stage in 6 of the previous 7 Masters 1000 events, including 4 straight to Jannik Sinner. This time he gets through, but that problem is familiar. He's lost to Sinner each of the last 4 titles that Sinner has gone on to win at the semi-final stage. This time it's in the bigger dance. So now instead of another semi-final roadblock, he gets him in the final. It is C1 versus C2. Sinner chasing history. Zverev chasing another Madrid crown and wanting to be the spoiler. Zverev looking to stop a player who keeps stopping him, and maybe, just maybe, preventing Sinner from winning a 5th straight Masters 1000 crown could be the sweetest of revenge. This is a proper final. We'll be back tomorrow to fully preview it. But in the meantime, tonight we have the women's final ready to go. Andreeva versus Kostyuk. Head-to-head, Kostyuk leads 1-0. Their only meeting earlier this year in Brisbane on hard courts. Kostyuk won in straight sets. This will be their first meeting on clay. The final, fascinating because it's not just 2 players in form. It's 2 very different pressure stories. Andreeva, she's 2 from 2 in Masters 1000 finals previously. She's just 19 years of age. She's world number 8 and chasing a 3rd 1000 title. Her road to the final hasn't exactly been littered with huge names. Udvardy, Galfi, Bondar, Fernandez, and then a resurgent Baptiste, who, to her credit, had knocked out Sabalenka. She's only had to go to 3 sets once, and that was against Anna Bondar, so it's a pretty good strike rate. It's not been completely smooth. Against that Bondar in that match, she was up 5-1 in the third and nearly lost control, having to get it done in a tiebreak. Against Baptiste, she had to save set points in an 18-point tiebreak. Each time, though, she stayed composed and recovered, which is an evolution of Andreeva's game and maybe, just maybe, an uplift in her story. She is still young, though. She can be emotional at times, and she needs to capture that and harness it in the right direction. But we're starting to see that composure that shows that she's got enough to survive the moments that usually break players. And on clay, this surface suits her. She has time to construct. She can use variety. She can change height, direction, and rhythm. And she has the patience to win points more than one way, again, if she can stay composed and control the emotion. On the flip side, Marta Kostyuk, the clay swing's hottest player. 10-0 this clay swing. Took the Rouen title. She's now into the Madrid final, her first WTA 1000 final, but her third final of 2026. Her road to the final, certainly a few more names. Yulia Putintseva in straight sets, Jessica Pegula in straight sets, Katie McNally and Linda Noskova equally, including a 6-love second set against Noskova. And then the roller coaster that was her semi-final win over Anastasia Potapova. 6-2, 1-6, 6-1. Take out that middle set, and she's been absolutely clinical. She's hardly looked like being rattled by any of these players, despite some of them being top 10 and top 20 names. She's dropped just one set, as I said. She's beaten plenty of top-level opposition, and they were statement wins against Pegula and Noskova. This is the most controlled version of Kostyuk we've seen yet. The power's always been there. The athleticism's always been there. The question was whether she could control her emotion and channel it into aggression to stay inside the lines. And right now, she's doing it. Two emotional players, two very different ways of harnessing it. Kostyuk channeling hers in. Andreeva needs to keep a lid. If they can both do that, this will be an enthralling final. Kostyuk's going to be the heavier hitter. She wants to attack first. She's going to look to take control with her forehand. She'll want to step inside the baseline and rush Andreeva. Andreeva is much cleaner in terms of problem solving. She's got more variety, better changes of shape, and more comfort absorbing the pace. She'll be better at turning defense into offense, and the tactical side is where she'll get it done. Clay gives something for both of them. For Kostyuk, it's more time to set up big strikes, more margin on the forehand, and more ability to defend when pushed wide. For Andreeva, more time to construct points, more use of angles, and more value and patience and tactical changes. That's why it feels so close. Andreeva's already won a couple at this level. She's trying to make it 3 from 3 in these finals at 1,000 level. That matters. But Kostyuk, the form player at the moment, it is her first WTA 1,000 final, but she's 10-0 on clay, playing the best tennis of her career, and if she wins, it'll clearly be the biggest title of her life so far. The question is, can Kostyuk keep attacking without overhitting and getting it to stick? If yes, she can absolutely be in this contest and get it done. Can Andreeva absorb, reset, and make Kostyuk play more and more balls? If she can, well, Andreeva can slowly take the match away from her. This is tight. Kostyuk's got the head-to-head. Kostyuk has the clay streak. Andreeva has the bigger title match experience, and Andreeva has more ways to win if the match gets messy. I'm going to lean to Andreeva in 3, but if Kostyuk can keep her level for one more match, then she's absolutely right there, and she just needs to break Andreeva. If Andreeva starts to get a little bit rattled, it could all fall apart very quickly. But Madrid, it's given us chaos all week, and now it gives us 2 proper finals. Tonight, the women's, as Andreeva chased another crown, and Kostyuk will be chasing the biggest title of her career. Tomorrow, we'll be back to preview the men's final as Sinner chases history and Zverev chases redemption. As always, make sure to like the video if you enjoy your tennis content, subscribe to the channel, and follow along on our socials. You can find us on your favourite social media platforms at The Chris Mac Show. A big thank you to you for watching. We'll be back to talk the men's final tomorrow. But in the meantime, enjoy your tennis, and we'll see you again here very, very soon on your home of the Black and White of Sports. No great opinions.